Village Green Premium Kikuyu is an Australian-developed turf variety that's ideal for southern Australia. Now, it's a terrific choice for sports fields, public open space, as well as racetracks. And keeping this grass looking at its best requires a simple combination of regular mowing, timely irrigation and fertilising. Here's our guide. As a general rule, mow once a week from spring to autumn. For high-profile fields, up that to twice a week. Then reduce this frequency during cooler months. Different sporting fields need to be mowed at different heights. Getting the heights and the frequency right is critical to avoid thatching up of the turf. Now this is 25 millimetres. Avoid scalping and shredding of the leaf blades. Keep the mower blades sharp and remove any excess clippings. It influences turf colour, growth rate, thatch accumulation, cold tolerance, drought stress, and most important, the playability of the turf surface. Signs of nitrogen deficiency include yellowing, stunted leaves and reduced clippings. Apply 300 kilograms per hectare of a nitrogen-based turf fertiliser early spring and again in autumn. Too much fertiliser during the warmer months will lead to vigorous growth, thatch build-up and the need to renovate. In cooler regions, as soil temperatures drop going into winter, all Kikuyus, including Village Green, have difficulty accessing trace elements of iron and manganese, resulting in yellowing of the foliage. Best solution? Apply foliar sprays of these elements in late autumn. While Village Green's extremely drought tolerant due to these marvellous root systems, during the warmer months, for public open space as well as sports fields, it will need irrigation. Ideally, irrigate enough so that the soil is moist down to 100 millimetres. Check this using a soil corer on a weekly basis during the warmer months. Alternatively, install a remote monitored soil moisture sensing unit. All irrigation systems need to be regularly tested to ensure they're working efficiently. Use catch cups to test output and distribution, and visual checks to make sure sprinklers are operating properly. Village Green maintains good colour and density through the winter months, provided it's well fertilised and the wear is not too excessive. In regions that experience cold winters, where sports fields are heavily used, it may be necessary to oversow with annual ryegrass. Here's some tips. Sow the seed early in the autumn season, making sure that you don't overseed. And the reason for this, you don't want to block the light and warmth getting down to the roots of the Village Green. Keep the mowing height below 40 millimetres. Remove ryegrass as early as possible in the spring to give Village Green time to recover. Use a herbicide such as Destiny. Alternatively, carry out verti-mowing and low mowing. Renovation may be needed when thatch and mat build up over time. This is best tackled at the end of the winter sports season, and here's how to get the best results. Scarify to the top of the root zone to remove the surface thatch. Next, mow down to 10 millimetres and rake off the waste. Coring is undertaken to improve water and air penetration into the soil, and this aggravator behind me is doing just that. For sandy profiles, use hollow core tines to a depth of 100 millimetres. For heavier soils, use a solid tine corer to the same depth. Dispose of all material. Next, evenly apply 5 to 10 millimetres of sand using a broadcast spreader. Rub sand into the core holes using a drag mat. Now, for sandy-based sites, top dress with sand that matches the original profile. To resist frost damage, mow low going into winter and apply a nitrogen and potassium-based fertiliser. A short, healthy sward resists cold damage. If you keep Village Green mown low and maintain a full cover of healthy turf all year round, you'll have few weed and pest problems. Now, if these do arise, consult a specialist for a treatment plan. Maintaining your Village Green correctly will ensure that the grass is going to thrive, and that means a weed-free, high-performance surface for a lifetime. Make sure you get a Village Green certificate of authenticity for every job to ensure it hasn't been substituted with an inferior grass.